Hello guys, it's CJX Chess 17 here, and today I beat 2800, and unfortunately I was not recording at the time, but so I did not have the footage of me beating it in live chess. But I still want to go over this game because this game was a very interesting game. So yeah, my opponent played b4 his first move, and I played knight f6 because I pre-move knight f6 all the time. Bishop b2 was played. I play e6 because I want to attack the b4 pawn. Now I should add that before this I was actually on quite a losing streak. You can probably see by my bullet rating. So I was not happy going into this game. I played knight c6. I also kind of think I pre-moved this move. My opponent played b5. I played knight a5. This move is not a good move at all because knight on the rim is dim. And my opponent played e3, which prevents knight c4. So right now my knight is really inactive. And I played b6. I want to protect the knight and maybe do something else. I was just reacting to my first instinct at this point. I'm not really calculating anything. So yeah, this game, as you could probably guess, with my first moves, you could probably not expect me to win this game. But eventually, things began getting really interesting. My opponent plays c4, which prepares queen to c2 and knight c3 and maybe long castle. But so I play castle as well. d5. So now I prepared to play this move d5 and to control the center. This move controls the center and also attack the c4 pawn, which he played. In return, he played this move knight g5. And knight g5. Currently, my opponent is threatening bishop f6, and I should probably do something about this right now. I should probably play something maybe like, I don't know, g6 maybe. But in the game, I played this move h6, which also a defense. My opponent decided to play this move h4, and here because I was not, if this was a normal bullet game, I probably wouldn't have taken it because taking it can be really dangerous. But it does seem like that taking here is the best move. I should also add that white could play this move bishop f6, and if bishop f6, queen h7 is checkmate, and white would have won this game. Of course, I would have taken the knight, and after bishop e7, queen e7, material is still equal, but I have this double pawn here, and white can maybe play g4 and h4 in the future to open up the file, probably after some preparation. But this position is a double-edged position. Both sides has chances. White decided not to allow my queen to be active and nor trade pieces, so white play h4. And yeah, as you can see, taking a knight is not a good move at all. The best move here is, now that I think about it, probably to take on c4. Or maybe not. Either way, I'm not sure what the best move is, but taking here allows white to open up the h file, and now things are clearly getting very dangerous for black. If this knight moves to squares like d7, queen h7 will be checkmate. And so in the game I play knight e4 to prevent queen h7 checkmate. Now white cannot play queen h7 because knight is blocking the way, and my opponent played knight c3, attacking my knight. And if I take with my knight, if I take my opponent's knight with my knight, queen 7 is made again. So I basically cannot move this knight. I played f5 to solidify my knight, and maybe play knight g5. It turns out I could probably play knight g5 right here, and that would probably actually be a winning position for me. Because after moves like, let's say f4, I could play knight e4, and after knight takes e4, I mean, he takes c4, queen takes c4. White is attacking the rook and threatening mate. Probably not a good choice. Probably the best move is f5, and after take bishop g5, and I think I'm up a pawn, and I might be slightly better. But I did not do that. I played f5, and my opponent plays f4, which is a really good move. f4 solidifies his g5 pawn. Now I can no longer take his g5 pawn. Or white will win the piece back. Here, taking is probably actually the best move here because white's bind. Let's say rook coming down to h8. is really strong. And after taking on g5 with my bishop, my opponent might take back. I could take with my queen. And if my castles, now I can play knight f2, forking the 2 rooks. If not, queen g3 is coming. And this position, white's best move probably go knight e4, d4, and castles. And this position will be much better than the game. Because now at least my opponent's queen 7 hopes is all gone at this point. And I could look forward to maybe a normal game with moves like bishop d7. But in the game, because like I said, in this game I wasn't calculating things at all. I just placed this really terrible move queen 8, and my opponent played queen 2. And now I realized that my move, the move that which I planned was to play queen g6, fails to this move, bishop to h5, and my queen is basically almost trapped. My queen can go to h7, but bishop f7 will win the queen here. Not bishop g6, but bishop h7 would win the queen. And in this position, I have 3 pieces for the. I only have 2 pieces for the queen. I think. No way. What? Oh wait, I have 2 pieces and a rook. Yeah, but problem is after moves like knight e4 and take, my opponent's attack on the h5 was going to be extremely strong after moves like rook h1, and then maybe g4, d4, queen h2. All these moves are going to be winning for white. So I did not play queen g6, but what I should have done was this move, knight g3, which attacks the bishop, and once this bishop is traded, my position will be much better because my queen can rest on g6 and could defend a lot of positions. Like after rook h3, here, takes, captures. Rook h1, I could play something like, say, I don't know, maybe bishop b7, preparing dc4. I'd probably take c4 as well here. A lot of moves I could play, and either way, I will have a really good advantage. I'm still up a piece even in this position. So like white, I mean, yeah, knight c4 probably the best move here. White definitely still has a lot of compensation because if white doesn't have compensation, this would probably be like something like -4. But white would definitely have compensation, but I would have been a much better move, but much better position. But I did not do that. I played g6, which is, like I said, I just wasn't calculating this game at all. I wasn't calculating my variations. I was just playing moves that come to my mind first. And this move is absolutely, you could guess it is a terrible move. This move opens up this whole diagonal and allows my opponent's rook to come down. And in the game, my opponent managed to do that. My opponent did not play knight e4, which probably would be the best move here. After say something like d takes d4, rook h8, king f7, and yeah, white probably has a million ways to win this position here. Simplest would be probably rook e7 and then capture whatever he wants. But my opponent played rook h6 first. I played king f7. At this point, I starting to take. Okay, so after king f7, knight e4. At this moment, I decided to take some time to think because at this point, yeah, I realized that because I played the first 15 moves, basically I spent less than a second per move. I was not thinking at all. But around here, I decided I should probably think a bit, even though it's probably too late at this point. I realized I have to get my king out, but I couldn't find a way. Probably the best move would probably be something like e5. Okay, not bad. Okay, that was not the best move at all. Maybe rook g8. Rook g8 is, I think, either way, I don't know. It seems that white is completely winning either way at this point. But I decided to go this move, bishop c5. Just maybe I can escape with my king. In a bullet game, sometimes you just play them. You just have to make moves. But after e7, of course, my plan did not materialize at all. My king was unable to escape to e7, and I have to play king g8 right now. So that's the only move. Rook g7 my opponent played, king h8. And now in this position, white, like I said, has a lot of ways to win. White has a strong windmill going on. He can win my queen with rook e7 check, but he decided to castle to surrender rook h8, rook h1 mate. And here's when I started to really counterattack and make things happen. My opponent probably thought that the game was completely over after castles because rook h1 mate is coming up immediately in the next move. But I played a very strong move here. See if you could find it. Okay, I hope you pause the video to find this move, but the only move that saves that doesn't loses immediately is this move d4. And this move d4. This move is the only move that doesn't lose immediately. Okay, e5 doesn't lose immediately as well, but d4 is what I play in the game. And the point being, this move blocks the diagonal, the a1 to h8 diagonal. And now, if my opponent plays rook h1 check, now I can take the rook here. So why I decided to take the pawn here? I took the rook. As you can see here, my opponent was actually visibly settled by this. You can see by his clock. He has 38 seconds on the 19th move, and e takes d4 took him 7 seconds. So he was visibly kind of upset about this move. But the good thing for him is that he's still completely winning after he reopened up the file and getting his other rook out. At this moment, I recall thinking, why does this guy have so many rooks? And so I'm realizing that this is completely hopeless. I just took the knight because if you want to get checkmated, you at least want to take some. If you are getting checkmated either way, you should probably take something so that you can maybe feel a bit better about yourself. But yeah, that's my opponent's rook come down again. King go back, rook g7 check, and my king now is in the exact same situation. And my opponent again did not win my queen. Winning the queen. Okay, here's the thing is that white is down rook, and moves like rook e7. Okay, that's of course they're completely still winning, but it's not immediately decisive. So why play queen d1 to basically strand mate. And but this move turned out to be a huge blunder. Rook e7 was in fact the best move here. Rook e7. The point is being that e5, white can take with the bishop, and after that the windmill is still going on here. In the game, queen d my opponent gave me a lot of chances after queen d1. Again, it's a technical puzzle. I hope you can find this move. Okay, so I hope you found the move. You probably guessed it. The move is e5. Again, throwing another block. In this position, one of the main theme about this game is that white has I played really bad in the opening, but in the end, my opponent, because he saw that his windmill was so strong that he completely forgot that I could block this diagonal. And this allowed me to save the game. If you notice the clock, white actually pre-moved bishop e5 for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know why he did that. He probably saw I was going to play e5, so he just pre-moved it. But after bishop e5, I took with the queen. It turns out that the best move isn't after e5, isn't bishop takes e5. It's actually rook takes c7, because this move preserves the rook, and white will still be taking on e5, except that now he won't be losing his rook, and I will still be dead lost in this case. But after bishop e5, now things are unclear, because now I have a knight and 2 rooks for the queen. And in fact, this position is actually equal right now. So my opponent tried to play queen h1, and here I realized that I actually might have a chance to win this game right now. And I took a few seconds, and I realized that my opponent is trying to play queen h6. So I just played rook h8, stopping queen h6. Why play queen f1? To strengthen queen f6. I play rook f8 back, because that's like the only move to stop it. Okay, I mean bishop f5. Bishop f5, I also could stop it, but g4 really does send me some problems. So I play rook f8, and white apparently not wanting to win. He played queen g1, but this turns out to be another big mistake, because as it turned out, my minor pieces are very strong. So here, at this moment, I have 13 seconds. My opponent has 18 seconds. I'm 5 seconds down, and I should also add that this game I was playing on my other laptop, so obviously my movement skills was not good. So I played bishop e6 in less than a second, and here, as you can see from the evaluation bar, I'm already better right here. And white, who probably planned this move beforehand, gave me the win. So yeah, you could probably say that this game was basically I was losing completely from the start. and my opponent blundered the queen. But during these times, moves like e5, those are the moves that made it happen. Um, of course, this game wasn't very instructive at any means. I played terribly in this game, and I could definitely improve, find at least 10 points where I could play a better move. But the thing is, most players at this point, when after like rook g7 check, they'll probably resign. But if you don't resign, you might be able to find moves like e5, which could actually give you some counter chances and could really unsettle a person that has already his victory, already saw thinking that he's already getting main too. Like, imagine you are already like preparing checkmate next move, but suddenly your opponent plays move and suddenly it's unclear. It's going to be very unsettling. So my point is, you should never resign in bullet games. No matter how losing the situation seems, there's always a chance. And in this case, a 2800 did not finish this off. And as you probably guessed, after queen e4, I played knight b3 check, winning the queen, and realizing that I could actually win this game, I hurried into a massive amount of pre moves, and I began taking pieces one by one. Bishop c4, bishop takes b5, b takes c5 check, bishop d7. I get my bishop out, and then I pre-move rook f5 to win some pawns on the 5th rank. Rook g5, and then rook g2. And now at this point, I was like, I could definitely win this because my opponent only has 4 pieces left. I took in like 1.5 in like 2.5 seconds, I took like 6 pieces, I think. But yeah, at this point, I realized I could definitely win this. Rook d2, rook b4. I actually I was trying to go rook b3, but I accidentally pre-moved rook b4. But my opponent apparently he anticipated me playing rook b3, so he played bishop b3 for some reason. And after rook b3, I win my opponent's last pawn, and yeah, now all I just need to do is to promote my pawn to a queen and checkmate him with the ladder mate. I utilize a very common technique. I play rook b8 to prevent my opponent from crossing the b file. As you can see, this rook creates a barrier around the b file and allows me to pre-move the next few moves to promote me to a pawn. And then I play rook b2 to get my rook and queen lined up. And the rest was just all pre-moving: queen c1, rook d2, queen e1, rook f2 until it's checkmate. No matter what I do, this always leads to checkmate, and this is no exception. And in the end, with 2.6 seconds left, I was able to win this game. Just like I said, this game is not a very instructive game by any means. I guess maybe instructive in the fact that this h4 idea can sometimes be a very strong idea. But it just shows you that even in the most dire situations, chance can always be found. And sometimes even against a player that is 300 or 350 points higher than you. So yeah, moral 3, don't resign and don't ever give up in chess. You will always find a chance. And I hope you enjoyed that game analysis where I beat my first 2800 in bullet. I have actually beaten, I think, one player, but after I beat him, his rating dropped below 2800. But this is my first official win over 2800. As you can see from my stats, my highest rated win is 2800. So yeah. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next time. This is probably the longest game analysis I ever did. Bye, guys.